All right, so when I first find out that I have a fight early in fight camp, the first thing I do is adjust my diet back to where it should be. And then I usually start planning on upping the intensity of my training sessions. May that be starting with my conditioning. So I'll start making sure that I add at least 2 to 3 days of conditioning into my week. And then I start setting up all the sparring, start adding in more days of sparring, 2 to 3 as well. So that's usually like at the beginning of fight camp, and as things progress along, I'll start to increase the intensity even more. The cardio days go from 2 to 3. The intensity might even go up per session. So finding new sparring partners can sometimes be challenging. I recently was presented with this. I moved to Philadelphia from Los Angeles. I've been training and fighting in Los Angeles for the past 11 years. So coming here, I kind of knew a few people in the network of Muay Thai community that I could reach out to. But you also have to find quality sparring partners as well, which I was able to do. You want to find people that also challenge you in a way that you can challenge them. It's not just a one-sided sparring session. You want to make sure it's challenging for you while it's also challenging for them. You want to be able to push each other and make each other level up a little bit each time. You also don't want to end up sparring with people who are obviously going too hard or trying to hurt you, especially if you do have a fight coming up. So I think those are really important things when looking to try and find new sparring partners. You also don't want sparring partners who go too light either. You don't want to go with somebody who obviously doesn't have as much experience as you. You have to find somebody to match that level of experience. It could be a little here or it could be a little here. Preferably here is always nice, but that's not always going to be the case. So you always need to find somebody that's a little close to your level in terms of your fight career, your skill, technique, and all that. So I think things that, like in terms of level of myself as a fighter, I obviously want more for myself always, so I'm never going to be where I feel like I want to be or should be. But that's all in the beauty of making yourself better, so and challenging yourself. So I think in terms of my level right now, I'm breaking into the fighter that I want to become. And I'm getting really close to being at where I feel comfortable in the ring, where I don't see myself cringing every time I watch back one of my fights. Okay, so some good things that I think I personally do as a fighter in terms of fighting. I think that I'm really fun to watch. I think I'm aggressive. I think people enjoy my fight style. And I make good relationships with the promoters that have had me on their cards. It's a give and take, you know, and I realize this. So it's a relationship that you build with these people. Some things that I probably could do better as a fighter, I would say I think sometimes I'm a little too aggressive. Yeah, it can happen. Being too aggressive sometimes is not a good thing. So, you know, like I said, I don't want to see myself cringing anymore. So, you know, I pull back sometimes and I try and really focus on, you know, planting and not running forward and getting too crazy, and it's you know, it's ugly to watch. And also in other terms, to broaden that, I think that I could be better at my social media presence, which I have recently realized and started to work on, and I'm actually seeing a difference. So I think that that's something that I need to continue to get better at. 3 things I would tell my younger self: market yourself better, make a fucking plan, and know your worth. So I'd like to take this time to thank all of my sponsors, Resilient Fightwear, Locomotive Content, Espresso Yourself Coffee House, and Nitty's Tavern, as well as Girls on the Run LA. This would not be possible without you, and thank you so much. I'm forever grateful. You can find me at Lady Killface on pretty much everything. At Lady Killface, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and yes, I am on TikTok, shamefully. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share.